fellow basement dwellers, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome into Thursday night football. Thursday night bandwagon nerds here tonight. As for those of you who are completely confused by what's going on, you're not alone. The three of us are kind of like, what the fuck are we doing here? But we are coming to you here with a special early episode of Bandwagon Nerds this week. For those of you watching live, for those of you coming in on Monday morning, you'll be like, I don't get the big deal about any of this stuff. Seems normal to me. But the reason we're recording this tonight is because our fearless leader, Mr. O'Dowd, is about to go jet setting around Europe. And therefore, we decided, he's about to go jet setting to Europe. My son decided to drop this on me. Hey, Dad, how about taking me to Vegas for my 22nd birthday? I'm like, okay. That sounds like a good time, I guess. Of course, his birthday is Saturday, and that makes this weekend recording Bandwagon Nerds next to impossible. But we came up with this great idea. Tony and I came up with this fantastic idea. Let's do this on a Thursday night. And not only let's do this on a Thursday night, let's bring in one of the OGs from the early days of the bandwagon, the one and only DPP. So I want to start right off with that. DP, thank you for coming in here, batting cleanup for us tonight on this episode. And how you been doing, man? What's happening in the life of the scientist?
Are you ready for some trailers? Is that our Thursday night football podcast? I'm doing good.
I like it. I like
doing
it.
good.
I dig it. Awesome. What's been new in the side? There, you get it. You got to spell it right. Not the
scientist.
The Satanist. Yeah, there you go. The Satanist. I love it.
It's scientist. You can
put up the sign of the devil.
Disenchantment.
Put up the sign of the devil, Dan. Yeah, the Satanist.
Like this way. I'm more Spider-Man than Satan Man.
You're gonna be Spider-Manning it pretty soon, man. It's great to have you on this episode, and awesome to
scientist.
Scientist, wow,
this is perfectly cromulent.
Wow,
you can tell PC Tunney does not work with computers in his day-to-day job.
Fuck you! You know what's happening right now. You're being an ass. There, off.
That's right. Hey,
there's only like an 8-second delay, you know.
Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug, kids. That's all we can say.
Kidding.
I know how to fix myself, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let Tunney just do whatever he wants. But DP, it is a thrill to have you back on the show here. We're going to talk a few things here tonight. Mostly, we got a few trailers to take a look at. We got a lot of news to take a look at. We've got news that's evolving as we speak. We've got some Comic-Con aspects of things to talk about. San Diego Comic-Con is next week. We'll be addressing some of that stuff. But also, of course, welcoming into the show, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the second half of the wondrous podcast known as the DWI podcast, the one and only PC Tunney. Tunney, how you doing, man?
We just got done with said DWI podcast, so yeah, there you go. Saturday night's main event has already happened if you're listening Monday morning. But we're ready for a nice show today. We got a lot of fun, a little bit shorter show today, but that's fine. We've suspended our coverage of X-Men 97 and the TV intros in the 80s. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I think last week we'd mentioned we were going to pause the intro project, and then after that happened, we made the collective decision to pause our review of X-Men 97 until Patrick comes back. So there's no shortage of stuff happening, though, because we got trailers, we got, like I said, Comic-Con, we got quite a bit of news going on around the nerdosphere, and then next week, of course, you got to figure we're going to get the Doomsday trailer that we will be talking about next weekend. That's coming, so. Let's get into it. Let's go into the trailer park. Tony, why don't you play a few moments of non-commercialized, non-copywritten sort of
DP,
stuff?
Pick number 1 through 6, DP.
Oh, that's a lot of numbers. 4.
Death Banjo.
Fire away.
It's Death Banjo. I can still hear it playing, though. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. Nope, it's still there. Got to turn it off, Tony.
It's down low. Down low.
um, we got two trailers to talk about. Actually, if I don't know, Teddy, did you see the third one that I mentioned?
We both
It's
did.
okay. So we'll talk three trailers. One of them will actually show live. So let's talk. I tell you what, let's talk about the two that aren't going to be shown live. One of them is coming to our favorite former network, one of our favorite networks.
Oh, we lost Dave for a second. One of our
So
favorite.
dearly, while it was the
Oh,
home of everything.
start over there,
What am-
Dave. We lost you
what's
for a
that?
couple seconds. We lost you for a couple seconds. Start over
Oh,
there.
I'm there. I'm back. I'm back. What I was saying was this network used to be one of our absolute favorites for everything when the WWE was on there, because we had a good time on the cock. Yep, I said that out loud. That's right. We had a good time on the cock.
Sounds
And
like a title.
that's like a title. I don't know. I gotta check with my my censor, my conscious censor to let me know if I can go with that. So that's
I'm the only
good time.
censor you have.
You're a lawyer.
You've
You're a
been
lawyer.
And you don't care. Tony's like, put whatever you want on there.
I mean-
Good time on the.
Dean Pot is more show titles.
Yes, we have seen those. But this first one we're going to talk about is coming to Peacock October 15th, 2016. It premieres. It is called Crystal Lake. And this looks like it's, I don't know, they've described it as a prequel to Friday the 13th, but it really just looks like Jason drowning in the immediate aftermath of that, and that sort of thing. So I'm like, well, this looks fun. We only got like 40 seconds or something like that. Not a whole lot here, but it does seem like this is Jason drowning. Everything went wrong after this kid drowned. Mrs. Voorhees, maybe as a young Mrs. Voorhees and not what she was portrayed as in the movie. I don't know, Tony. I know this horror stuff is not your bag, baby, but what do you think? I know you're not going to watch this, but what did you think of the trailer, man?
It's a series, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I took away from it. So that's something different, right? They can kind of slow roll and tell a little bit more of a story. I guess it's how Jason became the monster that he
Jason.
is, right? So an origin story, yeah, I'm not going to watch it. But for those of you who are really into the horror and especially the whole, Friday the 13th series, this is what this is, right?
Yes.
Good for you, man. You got a whole series. You have to sit down for a movie. You get a bunch of different episodes. So
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I like it. I think, Friday the 13th is one of those, and you wonder when you look at what they've done here, before I go to Dan to talk about what he thought about the series, but those great iconic horror series of the 80s, right? Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, those are the ones that jump to the forefront. If this works, you've got a built-in way. Why don't we tell the story of how Freddy Krueger killed all those kids before the parents locked him in the boiler room and roasted his ass? You've got a built-in idea and a built-in series there. And Tuddy's already like not feeling that.
come watch this while we kill children.
Well, that may be problematic, but then have you seen Stranger Things? There's some weird shit going on there. But DP, your thoughts on Crystal Lake, this prequel-esque Friday the 13th series?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great idea. I mean, again, also not my bag, baby, is the horror series. And I'll be honest, when I first started watching it, and I was like, oh, this is this is Jason origin story, because I didn't know to really pay attention right away. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, this is the origin story. Okay. Because I don't really watch those, but that's fine. But it's I think it is a really good concept. And I guess they kind of did it. They did a series with it, right? Like they did a regular series with that. So I mean,
there's a great example. That's exactly what I was talking about, DP. I mean, they turned that into an absolutely phenomenal horror series. Welcome to Derry was awesome. Like so much so that we're all looking forward to it coming back. So there's another great example.
Great takes like that. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. We don't like you showing up. It looks so bad, you asshole.
My apologies. Even in a genre I don't watch, and I still nailed that one.
Right. But I mean, I love. Go ahead, Dan.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's a great. I think it's a great idea. Like to go back, and say like, here's kind of where it started. Something they didn't do in movies, and you can kind of like PC said, it's a show, so they can stretch it out a little bit, and it feels like, based on what you were saying too, Dave, where it seems like it's, the just the aftermath of his drowning. Like they could stretch the whole season one could just be about that part of it, and like the end of season one, it's, oh, now they find out, he's alive, coming back or whatever, and the next season's more like now into his part of it when he, comes back. So it's like you can kind of stretch that out and tell a good story, and have those horror elements as well with it, but still have a drama background thriller type of thing, and tell some more stories of the other people. So I think it's a great idea. Like I said, they've done it with other ones. Why not? And yeah, do one with Freddy. Do one. You can do it, and I think it's been kind of proven now. Like it's can be done.
Yeah, the 80s are such fertile ground for really good storytelling. And while the knee-jerk reaction is, well, let's remake these things. Let's do this. And I know we've said it here on the show many times, why remake it? Why don't you tell a different aspect of the story that hasn't been told before rather than redo something that's already happened? I mean, and this is, this Crystal Lake seems like a good idea. Like Welcome to Derry was a really good idea. You can do that. Can you do that with like Pet Cemetery or any number of the King properties and that sort of aspect of things? So I'm intrigued. I'll probably be checking it out mainly because of like what you said, Dan. It's when you look at the job that they did with Welcome to Derry and how well that came off as, a not just a spiritual successor to it, but a worthy addition to the lore of that whole franchise. And it really added a lot of depth to it. So I'm all in favor of it. Next trailer we're going to talk about before we actually look at one is came out earlier this week. I think like when we went to see Supergirl, I don't think this was at Disclosure Day, but I saw Supergirl and I was there with my nephew-in-law and we were watching it, and they kind of gave this introduction to this movie called Digger that is coming out. And I don't know, like the original trailer, if you can call it a trailer for this, was like, what is this Tom Cruise Appreciation Society going on? It's like 2.5 minutes of all of Tom Cruise's greatest hits. And I'm like, we're watching this like, man, he's been in a lot of great stuff. Tom Cruise is an American treasure. He's a classic. What is going on? What is this movie all about? And they really didn't say a whole lot about it. Well, this week we got the full initial trailer for Digger, and you got to see Tom Cruise in all of his glory. I think John Goodman is in this trailer as well. I'm not really sure what's going on other than Tom Cruise asking the vet, like, how long does my cat have to live? Anywhere between 2 weeks and 5 hours, or 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 5 minutes.
2 minutes and 5 hours. Yeah. And I mean, you get the feeling that Tom is this eccentric billionaire or millionaire or something like that who is not even, I mean, we've got global warming going on. We've got climate shift. We've got glacier shifting twice the size of his dick or something like that. And we're supposed to be concerned about that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just on the cast alone. I'm like, okay, this might be fun. DP, let me go to you first on this one. What are your thoughts on this Tom Cruise latest? I mean, the rumor is some people have been talking that this is going to be the role that finally lands him his Oscar. Maybe. I mean, I don't know, but what do you think of this?
Maybe. It seems like you took his role from Tropic Thunder and turned it up to 11 and made it into a movie. It's looks weird.
Literally take one step back and fuck your own face.
God, that was a great line. What a great character. I honestly, when I watched this trailer, I'm like, are we sure it's not a Coen Brothers movie? Because it sure felt like it, and having John Goodman in there as the president, and I'm like, yeah, this is Coen Brothers written all over it, kind of bit with a little bit of like Michael Bay. I don't know, like, end of the world type of stuff. So it's like it felt like it was all over the place a little bit, because it looks like he's maybe an oil magnate, something kind of, with the name of Digger. Maybe he got his money somehow with that and has some project going on with the glaciers and all that happening. And looks like some kind of end of the world catastrophe is happening because of it. So it's Yeah, it's all over the place. It's weird. It's right up my alley because I love like that kind of goofy shit. And, it really did to me feel like a Coen Brothers trailer. So I'm all down for that. And again, cast alone too. Like Goodman's phenomenal. Tom Cruise. I think Jesse Plemons was in there. He's like in every goddamn movie now. So it just looks like a whole shit ton of fun. So as long as the cat survives, I'm in for it.
It didn't look too good at the end of where he's watching the cat.
He's watching the cat.
It's just collapsing down. And
poor
it's
cat.
For everybody listening, you don't wash your cat. It washes itself.
Yeah. Tony would know this better than most.
Can try.
Tony, are you in on this movie? Or I mean, I get the feeling there's a lot more to this movie than we're getting from the trailer, but it has enough craziness going on that I'm like, okay, I can hang with this.
It's described as a comedy of catastrophic proportions, starring Tom Cruise as Digger Rockwell, a powerful oil tycoon who must fix a global ecological disaster he caused. The scene you guys are referencing, he's on the phone and someone tells him Greenland has shifted 5 feet. He goes, "This desk I'm looking at is bigger than 5 feet. My dick is 10% of how far it's moved." If you do the math, he's got a 6-inch dick. So,
thank you.
Well, I just was dying to clarify all these things for the last 5 minutes.
Thank you for that.
I think they did show this for Disclosure Day because I seen the trailer that you're talking about. Okay. So I'm not sure if it was both because I haven't seen Supergirl yet, which I'm probably going to wait now. But
it's the damage is done to Supergirl. So,
but this looks interesting. It's definitely like. If you look at the lighting and like especially the president and like the meeting rooms, the emergency meeting rooms with like political figures, it's kind of a different like lighting and texture, and everybody looks pale and sickly-ish kind of, and it kind of like feels more like a Wes Anderson kind of comedy.
That's the other one. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it kind of has that I can't think of some of he just had one come out with Benicio del Toro, the hotel one I forget the name of. If you want to look all those up, Dan. But it looks good. I don't think I'll go see it in the theater. This is something that I'll be nothing to do after being out on a Saturday, come home early and like flip something weird on to watch. You know what I mean?
Grand. You thinking Grand Budapest?
Yep, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Asteroid City was his recent one. That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, so it looks interesting. I'm sure it's going to get a lot of critical acclaim. I would imagine it's going to be at all the major film festivals, garnering attention. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tom Hanks can definitely play this role, though, and make you laugh and kind of root for the weird Tom Cruise.
All right.
Les Grossman, DP.
Yes. Les Grossman. Fuck. Brilliant.
What a great character. That's right.
Tell him to get on his G5 and get out to the glacier, get out to Greenland and fix that shit.
10% of my dick size, man. So, you gotta.
His demands to play that character in Tropic Thunder was I get to use my own dance moves and I have to have the hairiest forearms. That's true.
Mission accomplished.
Just
mission accomplished, man. All right. Let's move into our last trip. So I think like Digger comes out around October of this year, at the same time that this November. Okay, so it comes out a little bit after the movie we're going to do right now, and we do have a trailer to watch. Hopefully, Tony, they won't cut the live stream on it as this is going on.
Well, we're not insulting the government right now yet, so
that's true. Yeah, no, not really. But. And this one will be short enough that I don't think they'll catch on before anybody knows what's happening. But
before you do that, speaking of said things, head over to the attitudeofaggression.com or Attitude of Aggression YouTube channel. 3 huge episodes just came out. They're also on Chairshot Radio Network if you want to listen to them there. But go check out the YouTube. We just did Big 5 Project WrestleMania 13, one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. Game Gone Wrong will be back tomorrow, I think, live on the YouTube channel. Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah,
we cover every episode. Check that out. Shirtless DJ every week if you're watching live. And then probably
That's all you got. That's a selling point.
Probably the most important episode of Unidentified History, and Dave's diligence in putting this together and covering Roswell and the happenings in 1947, getting it done in 3 hours, Dave? I was there for about hour 45. We had Mike and Nick were with us chatting along, but it's a great episode. Make sure you go check it out. And, much of Unidentified History in this country's past, there are some freaky happenings on that episode as well. So
there really were. But we got that fixed, and the final episode came out, and it's no further copyright issues. And that's got a lot of good reception. I've got a lot of good feedback from that episode. But that is for another topic of discussion. We are going to be like it. It's so funny, Tony. I know, I said, on Unidentified History, we're going to cover Antarctica. We've been talking about Antarctica.
Oh my goodness.
I can't talk. Antarctica for months. We've been talking about it. And now all of a sudden it's in the news everywhere. I've seen 4 different people talking about Antarctica in the last, Nazi bases, secret military bases, shit under the ice. I'm like, yeah.
Was that Rob's idea too? We got to get Rob back on, I think, for that one.
Nah, Rob had Tunguska. Although interesting, and this is a little side quest. I did read some interesting stuff about Tunguska the other day with some very unique accounts for people who adamantly think this was an alien ship that blew apart in the atmosphere. And all the earmarks of whatever happened out there are not meteorite-like. They're like nuclear explosion adjacent, which in 1908 would have been a neat trick. So,
right.
I don't know. But what I do know is we're going to watch this trailer for this movie coming out in October called I Play Rocky. And what is the name of the kid who's playing Anthony Iapolo? Is that the name of this guy, Tony?
Oh, an Iowa effort.
Yeah. But we're going to play the trailer here, and we're going to watch this trailer, and then we're going to talk about, I'll tell you guys right now, as big, massive a Rocky fan as I am, and as big as influences Rocky and Sylvester Stallone have been on. Go ahead.
Anthony, it's Ippolito. So Ippolito. Matt Dillon is in here. Anna Sophia Robb, Stephen James, Kiki Cito, Tony Cabell. A lot of good actors here.
Yeah, he did a tremendous job playing Al Pacino not too long ago, and this feels like he's nailed the voice. He's got the mannerisms. He's got the look. This is you know what? I'm going to shut the hell up, and you guys can watch it for yourself. So, which is probably the better option at this point. There we go. Come on.
Name?
I'm Mike. Acting's what I live and breathe for. And I gotta have faith in myself.
You need to show everyone who you are.
I like this girl, Sylvester.
Sylvester?
That's right, real name.
It's got a nice ring to it. Sylvester Stallone. It's like Peter Parker.
Are you delusional? You don't got the looks to be a movie star. Not to mention, you talk like you got rocks in your mouth.
Yeah, I know I don't look like Einstein, but I got a brain. The only way for me to get to show people is me to have to write a script for myself.
Yeah, so do that. Write a script. And give yourself the best part. There's something big here.
You wrote this in 3.5 days. This is freaking good. To have someone like Chuck Bronson, or we could do Eastwood.
Guys, I play Rocky.
I have no idea what that means.
So the writer wants to be in it as the lead. No, absolutely not. Throw some money at him. 25K.
No.
Raise the offer. Try 75. You parking cars, for Christ's sake. Sylvester.
No.
175. Go to 200. No?
I'm not giving this up. Not for $1 million. Not for 10. Hey.
All right, now if you do this,
Comes with some strings.
if you ever fall one day behind schedule,
The meat's frozen solid.
they're gonna kick you to the curb
You broke your hand.
and they can replace you with a real actor.
I don't even know what I'm doing. It's any good.
Just do the best acting of your life and everything will be fine.
How far behind schedule are they?
They're not.
This movie is about having a belief in yourself. It's about going the distance. I put my heart and soul on the page. If I'm not willing to live up to what I wrote, then what's the point? So do you believe in me? Or not? I thought you said you could box.
I lied.
Let go of the head.
I'm an actor, goddammit. You always lie.
So, as I said, I am so all in on that. I can't even begin to tell you guys. That's coming out in November. I will definitely be there for that. That dude has nailed Stallone's voice, his look, his mannerisms. You know, if you told me that that was a clip from the actual Rocky movie, I would completely believe you. Can't tell the difference, but man, you know, Rocky is the franchise has been such a staple of Americana since 1976. I mean, it's been that way, and this looks like everything that went on with that first movie, that thing coming out of nowhere, taking the Academy Award, Stallone staying steadfast. I'm not giving this up even for $10 million. Turned out to be the right move. Tunney, what do you think, man?
You know, when I first saw this, I think I saw like a brief 10-second thing like on TV. I don't know if it was somebody talking about stuff that was coming up or a weird little kind of snippet. And I was like, oh, cool. Another, you know, we're do Springsteen again. We're going to do this again. We're going to do that again. Like, we've run out of ideas. So now we just retell really cool, real stories about people that became famous. And then I watched the fucking trailer today before the show, and I was like, damn it. Either this movie's going to be unbelievably awesome, or whoever put the trailer together is the greatest trailer maker of all time. Because I was not only moved the first time I watched it, I was moved again to watch it. And like, this is going to make so much fucking money this fall. I mean, if they're smart, they release it Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep. Right when the first one came out. Exactly.
I mean, people eat, they go to the movie theater Thursday night. People eat, fall asleep, watch TV, go to the movie theater Friday. You got 4 days, right, of people not working. So, yeah, I mean, I would bet dollars to donuts that this is going to be highly acclaimed. A lot of people are going to enjoy it. It's going to become a classic, and it's going to make a boatload.
And you look at that and you think about what the original movie did, and could this one get an Academy nomination if it's good enough?
I think so. Couple categories, probably.
Yeah, Dan, what do you think, man? I mean, this one has a lot of awesome potential on this thing. I mean, it's such a great story. I mean, the story of Rocky is really the story of Sylvester Stallone, the underdog. The whole thing that he did to get that movie out there mimics what Rocky went through in the fight against Apollo Creed. So what do you think, man?
Yeah, as Tunney said, like I saw it on X, I think, a brief snippet of it yesterday, I think it was. And at first I thought they were rebooting Rocky. I'm like, because it looked just like it. I'm like, holy shit, they're just gonna reboot Rocky. Why would you do this? You know, and then it ended up being like Stallone was talking about the movie, you know, and so I, you know, and then watching the trailer, like, yeah, there's so many ones they've been doing where, you know, it's the origin stories of other, you know, stars and stuff, but this one, like you said, Dave, you know, has such a great history behind it and a great story behind it of what Stallone did to make this happen, and putting that into a movie just looks phenomenal. And if they do this right and get all those stories out there that he did, like all of that, and you know, having to, you know, film that scene of you know, the statue at Philly and him running up the stairs, of having to do that last minute because they needed a scene and he just pulls over and does that, you know, like getting all that of how this movie got made is such a great story. And yeah, I think can just bring a different vibe to these kind of origins of some of these stars. So yeah, it's not like the others, like PC said. It just looks so much better. And yeah, if the movie lives up to the trailer here, my God, like this guy freaking nailed it, man. It's like I said, and like you said, Dave, it looked like it was it looked like the original movie. I thought, I couldn't tell the difference. It's so
Yeah,
good.
like you're right. There's so many little mannerisms that he does that just come straight off the movie. Just a little him on the ice skate on the rink with Adrian. And the girl playing Adrian looks like Talia Shire. It's like, what the fuck? So like you are like, is this? And it's easy to say, well, they've rebooted, they're re-releasing the movie, and you don't realize until you're looking at it like, this is a different. These are all people imitating what was in Rocky. But there's very few, like Tony was saying, you get a lot of movies about stars and the origin story of people, like Jackson, like Springsteen, like Elvis, like Bohemian Rhapsody, even to a certain extent. There are very few franchises that are iconic enough to get this kind of treatment. Star Wars is one that I've seen before, but very few others. Rocky, absolutely deserving of that treatment. So yeah, I will be there in November for this one. There is no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean that's kind of our quick visit to the trailer park. Tayana, do you want to take a commercial break? You want to play a commercial like Christopher Platt and let people know all about? Well, you know what? I'll just put up some of this stuff on the screen here. Just to save you the trouble.
Visit thechairshot.com. Thechairshot.com is your home for hard-hitting reviews, news, opinion, and analysis with attitude. Why? Because you're smarter than the average fan. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
And I love it when PC Tony just takes charge like that, Dan. Just doesn't even wait for me to finish. Just fuck it. Let's get Christopher Platt out there and talk about it. But
you Brian Williams?
Yeah. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head, and those are good words to live by. All right. Let's do some news around the nerdosphere if we can, guys, and talk some news items here because there are quite a few of them going on. And we're going to start off talking about. Whoa, where'd my screen go? Never mind, wrong thing. Sorry, fellas. Don't worry about me. I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe.
This is usually where Patrick would beg on Dave and say, "Don't worry, folks. He's having a senior moment, but I won't do that." That's what Patrick would do.
Yeah, that is what Patrick would do, even though Patrick's technological skills are anyway, let's just leave it there. So, we got our first look, some plot details that kind of came out of nowhere on Spaceballs 2. And some of this was coming over on X and that sort of thing. And I know that's one of the places that we originally saw it. But let's just kind of like the plot details for Spaceballs 2 got our good friend, the shirtless wonder himself, DJ, very excited about this time. I even think that if his shirt was off, his nipples may have been hard. What do you think? Maybe? You never know.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
Thank you. That's right. Well, let me see. I'm going to read this. We'll read this plot description. And then, you know what? Actually, fuck, what am I even thinking? Hold on a sec here. Let's see if we can't just do this.
Uh-oh.
Throw it up on the big board.
We don't even need audio for this. There we go. So you can kind of see your own plot details about this whole thing. Put it up on the screen. This is coming from, what is the name of this site, Tony? Hold on.
MaxBlitz.
Thank you. Thank you. So you'll see it here. Somehow, Dark Helmet has returned 40 years after the events of the first Spaceballs, 50 years after the events of Star Wars and New Hope. I like how they slipped that in. And 1 year after the events of The Devil Wears Prada 2. This is very important.
For that reference.
Yes, thank you. The galaxy is once again under threat. A threat so evil, so unstoppable, and so completely lacking in any original idea. All right. It's all fun stuff, man. But what do you guys think, man? This looks like, this looks fun. I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to run right out and say Spaceballs 2. I got to go see it, but this does look fun and interesting, right?
I think it's funny that they got Bill Pullman's kid to play his kid in this movie too, which is funny. Lewis Pullman's going to be playing Prince Starburst, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah. I looking at it. I was able to figure out where my screen was. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry, I got it.
But to be fair, I don't see that they really gave us a plot other than Lone Star's in hiding and they're out
Vespa's
trying
on
to
the
find him and
throne.
Yogurt. So
Yeah, Vespa's on the throne. The Schwartz is stretched thinner than a franchise releasing TV episodes theatrically. The only hope for the galaxy is Vespa's undisciplined son, Prince Starburst, and a mysterious palace advisor named Destiny.
Played by Keke Palmer.
It all sounds it sounds lovely and fun, and I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't know if I'll run right out and check it out, but what do you think, Tony?
Let's put it this way. It's Spaceballs. It's Mel Brooks. We got Rick Moranis back acting. Let's go see the fucking movie. Like, it's going to be funny, you guys. Who gives a shit, right? Like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Josh Gad, except for when he disappeared into the guy.
The doorman. The doorman.
That was the
Wonder Man.
it's Wonder Man, yeah.
Wonder Man, yeah, with and I seen this in the theater as a child, and I loved it. It was amazingly awesome, and I talk all the time on here how lucky I was for the amount of movies that my mom and dad and grandparents took me to when I was young. Even though, yes, I'm 45 and I've seen Platoon in the theater. So maybe not the best of decisions all the time by these parents, but if Charlie Sheen seen Apocalypse Now, and well, never mind, he didn't turn out so great. But anyway, we're both still alive, and I can't wait to see what I did there. Can't wait to see Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
What a new one.
Charlie Sheen, does that make the Spaceballs Part 2? Is
Part
that what
Search
for Tiger Blood. Yes. No, I like what you said there, Tony. It is, they got Rick Moranis out of retirement to do this movie.
That's amazing.
So that is a big
Never seen that
motivating
coming.
factor for me to say, yeah, let's go, let's support this in the theaters, let's check it out. Mel Brooks is still 100 years old and alive and kicking and a part of this movie. So we gotta show up for this thing.
Happy belated birthday, 100th.
Yeah, let's give Mel Brooks a quick round of applause.
Nicely done. Very good. Go for it, Mel. Yeah, I think I'm kind of with DJ on this one. It sounds very exciting. It sounds funny. It sounds interesting. Can they possibly recapture the magic of the original without John Candy? Probably not, but it's going to be worth checking out. I mean, that's a big ask, right?
It would be really cool if the first thing that came up would be in memory of our great friend John Candy.
Or something they got to explain what happened to Barf.
Barf,
That
yeah.
sort of
There's got to be something in there. Yeah, I mean, man, that guy, he was something.
Maybe Destiny's related to Barf. I don't know.
You think they'll have his fire hydrant or something in the castle, maybe sitting there from the old Winnebago or something, his dog bed or something in honor of him.
Maybe Josh Gad plays his kid Ralph.
Yeah. There you go. And at what point does Bill Pullman show up in the movie and rescue everything? Probably with an inspiring speech about how today is our Independence Day or something.
In the Winnebago, right? In the Winnebago cruiser,
standing on top of the Winnebago, addressing everybody and having everybody. Dude, if they pull some shit like that, I'm going to be like.
They're going to find him on a lost island like they did Mark Hamill in Star Wars.
Drinking fucking milk from a cow-like creature, squeezing the teat of something. Yeah.
DP, do you think we'll get Prepare to Fast Forward?
We better. Well, we're going to get Michael Winslow too, right? So I hope, if Radar gets jammed, I'm in for that too. Or maybe some assholes on a ship.
Yeah. There you go. It'll be fun. I agree with you guys. I'm looking forward to that movie. That will be a good time. And Tunney has convinced me that I will be going to see this in the theaters. Thank you, Tunney. You are my muse in many ways.
I'm going, especially, I think, hopefully they have it in 3D.
I would hope so, or Screen X or something.
Screen X is just like Screen X. I think is better for like super action movies or like. It was cool for Beetlejuice because you got to see more of the town when it was going through, like extra viewing. But like something like this, space and oriented, I want to see more 3D element.
Okay, I'm with you, man. All right,
Or you could get an extra long Spaceball 1, like the beginning of Spaceballs. You know how long the ship came flying out. You could get a really extended version of that.
That's what she said.
And it would still only be 10% the size of. It would only be 10% the size of Tom Cruise's dick. So
here's your title name: Digger 6-inch cock.
Dirk Digger.
Hey Patrick, you're welcome.
Or maybe we'll just say Digger 6 inches and leave it up to the imagination or something like that. All right, let's talk some DC news before we get into the Marvel stuff, because obviously DC's got their own sort of issues going on right now. And, you know, with Supergirl just being the unmitigated disaster it has turned into. But there is some good news and there's some not so good news on the Disney front of things. So did you guys see Blue Beetle? I know I saw Blue Beetle. Did you guys ever see Blue Beetle? Dan says yes.
I did.
Did you see Blue Beetle?
You guys had to watch it, didn't you?
Parts of Blue Beetle.
Okay.
I didn't think it was that.
That's a no.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
That's a no.
I mean, I can only handle so much George Lopez.
That's fair.
That is
fair. But the other guy who was the star of that movie, Zolo Maraduena, if I pronounce that right, is returning as Blue Beetle in the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. There were some rumors when the whole DCU started going that Zolo might return as Blue Beetle, but it's been quiet on that front until this week where we got confirmation that he would be back as Blue Beetle. So there's a little bit of continuity there, and that does kind of give some hope to maybe what we'll talk about on the second DC news story of aspect of things. But DP, I'll go to you first because you saw Blue Beetle the whole way through. Tony did not. I love Zolo's. What was that? Somebody
nerd.
I love Zolo's performance as Blue Beetle. Thought he did a fantastic job in that role. You know, he was great in Cobra Kai as well. So it's kind of cool. You get some continuity in that respect with this character. And I don't know where exactly he fits in with the whole Man of Tomorrow story. But hey, after what they just went through with Supergirl, they can only go up, right? So
right.
Dan, what do you think of this casting decision?
I think it's really good. I think it's, you know, what DC I think has been trying to do or whatever is bring some of these people together into a, you know, their Justice League or, you know, bigger movie type thing where they have the, you know, their own separate shows and they, you know, eventually tie everything kind of together into one, you know, big story. And I didn't hate Blue Beetle. I thought it was pretty good. But same boat though. George Lopez isn't my favorite, so that was the hard part to get through. But like, I think they did a really good job with it. And Blue Beetle as a character and everything, and was good. And I think it'd be great to get some of these characters embedded into each other and into, you know, get into a bigger story and have some crossovers. And I'm glad that if they can keep the actors in their roles, is always awesome. And I think he did a great job as the character too. So definitely all down for them going this route and continuing a path to bringing the different stories all kind of together and weaving them in. So I'm down.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
Weren't we told that Blue Beetle was the first movie in the James Gunn DCU?
No, it was, and that was what I was going to say. It was in this awkward position as being technically the last movie of the DCEU.
Okay.
But it was in this weird borderline on the fence sort of aspect of things where it was supposedly the last movie of the old regime and then a possible tie-in to the new regime. So it was Elseworlds, but not. But now you're like, well, if he's coming in, then you know,
it's got to be canon.
It is.
I just want to clarify too. I absolutely love George Lopez and his stand-up. I have no problem with some of the people, or like some of the people do with some of his political views. Like, to each their own opinion. I love his stand-up. I think he's one of the greatest comedians ever, and I don't dislike his acting. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Is what I meant. So don't, George Lopez, La Familia, get off my back. All right, we're good.
That's fair, man. He can be, ever since, what was he in that Shark Boy and Lava Girl? He was like Dr. Electro or some shit like that. I'm like, I'm with you. I'm fine with the stand-up.
I'm sorry, you know what that is.
My kids were young back then, so
kind of what I thought.
I only know the Simpsons. I only know the Simpsons ripoff of Stretch Dude and Clobber Girl. So.
There you go. Yeah,
that was like Shark Boy when I used to watch AEW.
Shark Boy. Oh my god. Taylor Lautner was Shark Boy before he was a glistening. Oh no, he was a werewolf. Never mind. He didn't glisten. He just scowled menacingly at those who did glisten. Anyway, on that note, let us move along to the other aspect of the DC side of the news this week, which is not so good, but hardly surprising given the history of this bullshittery that's been going on this front. So let's see if I can't pull this up.
Are you trying to find the comparison tweet here?
No. So we got this news. We got this news that the Batman 2, which we've known has been delayed several times, and there was this great idea that it was going to come out in 2027, and no, that's not going to happen. This is now turning into the Grand Theft Auto 6 of the DC universe, as the Batman 2 has gone through. First it was first it was delayed to October 2nd, 2026. And they said nah, and then they were going to be October 1st, 2027. And this week we found out no, it's been delayed again, and it's coming out on February 18th, 2018. Yes, February 18th, 2018. But we did get kind of a first look at Robert Pattinson, which really doesn't tell us a damn thing, because all it shows us is just him in the cowl turning towards everybody, and it's like, well, I've already seen this. I've seen the movie. I love the original Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I know DJ hated the shit out of it, but he's wrong again.
Well, DJ
goes anyway
shirtless once a week for an hour live for everybody to see. So there's something wrong with
that's the one right thing he does all the time. So
we love you, DJ, for listening to this. We just
we do, man. But they were talking about in this article I was reading that they were striving for, if this thing had come out in 2027, it would have been the first time ever that a live action Superman and a live action Batman came out in the same year. And that record is now not going to be challenged, as Batman has been pushed to 2028. With DC having the problems that it's kind of having, at least for one movie, and I'm not sure, we'll see where they go from there. Getting the Batman delayed again for the third time, and especially for another 6 months, not very uplifting or confidence inducing. What do you think, Tony? I mean, is this a big, like, who gives a shit at this point, or are you disappointed that it's not coming out when it was supposed to, or do you even care anymore?
I'm going to give you that funny post I saw on social media. I'm going to just describe it for you. They said Christopher Nolan in 7 years, from 2005 to 2012. 2005, Batman Begins. 2006, The Prestige. 2008, The Dark Knight. 2010, Inception. 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. That's 6 movies in 7 years, and they're all fucking bangers. In comparison, Matt Reeves, in 6 years, The Batman 2.
Yep.
I don't care. I really don't care, to be honest with you. Like, fine. And I've said this about other stuff that's gotten delayed too, right? There's so much shit to watch right now. There's so much shit on streaming and things to catch up with or new stuff to follow. And I think over the last 2-3 years, we've gotten a lot of really good movies too, more so than we did heading right out of the pandemic, and maybe the laziness that was a half a decade or so leading into the pandemic. So I'm okay with it. And the bottom line thing that I've always said about these types of things is, you know what? If it's going to make the movie better and make you get it more right, then fine.
Right. And I mean, and it's tough. You're in a tough spot here because you want to see it happen. You want to see it done. But at the same time, they're starting to burn up the goodwill that they built with that first movie. You can only do this so many times, and DC needs a hit. They need to do something with Batman. And I understand that Reeves' Batman is not supposed to be part of the whole universe, which is another problem unto itself. But at the same time, it's things are moving in the wrong direction. What? I'm not good at sign language, DP. You've worked with him a lot longer than I have. What are your thoughts on? I mean, what do you think about the Batman with Robert Pattinson and this delay? Like Tony's saying, yeah, this movie is going through such an remember like a couple years ago, New Mutants went through the same bullshit, right? It was delayed, and when it finally came out, it was, yeah, there you go. It's pivot to the Flash. I agree.
Man can save us, the paragon of love.
Yeah, it's the only, yeah. Help me, Grant Gustin. You're my only hope. DP, your thoughts on the Batman 2 getting delayed? I mean, do you care, or is it all like, who gives a shit?
I care in kind of the same sense where I want to see it. Right, I like it to come out faster because I think it's going to be good, and I like the first one, and so I want to see this one.
In case people have forgotten, Batman is DP's favorite superhero.
Okay, so I would never have guessed.
He's sitting in a Batman chair.
Sitting in a Batman chair. I got Batman all over my truck. You got the bat wings right over here and Lego over there. Yeah. I got Batman all up in me. So
good to say. I got 6 inches of Batman right about here. So,
oh,
there's might be another episode title. 6 inches of Batman.
The 6-inch cowl.
Yeah. But I don't care. I guess. I definitely am on the position of, yeah, if it's gonna make the movie better, then wait. But it loses to me, it loses something the longer you get away from the first one. It's hard. I think it's hard to come back from. But I'd rather see it done properly. So it's okay. And you listed all the stuff of Christopher Nolan's things. I think maybe part of that is because and like you said, there's so much other stuff to watch. It's going to be 2028 before you know it, and we're going to be there because there's so many good other shows and movies and everything coming out, and there's going to be other Batman stuff coming out, and even cartoon wise, some of that stuff that they're doing. So there's going to be a shit ton of things to watch and distract you until this actually does come out. And maybe the fact that there's so much other stuff is what causes some of these delays too. Like there's so much other stuff going on that they can't get it all done, which really sucks in some senses, but there is a lot of good product out there. And yeah, I feel like we're going to be there before you know it anyway. And there's plenty of other stuff to watch in the meantime. It does personally just kind of suck that you got to wait, to see it. Cause yeah, the first one was really good. So definitely want to see the second one, but yeah, we're stuck. What are you going to do?
One of the things they pointed out in there is Robert Pattinson's 40 years old now, and he looks great. But, at some point when you're looking at the story that they're trying to tell in the Reeves Batman, which is first, second, third year of him out there, Batman was not 40 years old when he was out there as doing all the detective stuff. So although Pattinson looks phenomenal for 40 years old, he doesn't look a day over 30. you start to worry if this movie is a big hit. And then Batman 3 is like, what are we going to do here? It goes straight from Batman 2 to Batman Dark Knight Returns. That sort of storyline there where the grizzled veteran Batman comes out and beats Superman's ass. I don't know. But I agree with you guys completely on the aspect of if this is going to make this a better movie, then by all means do it. Delay this, get it right. Because you don't want to get a movie that was critically acclaimed and as good as the first one wrong. So I'm with you guys there, but I'm also with you guys that, at some point you start to really damage the goodwill that you built with that first movie. And people are just not going to, the Grand Theft Auto 6 comparison is me being sarcastic, but, because people are going to, because you look at what's happening with, as soon as Grand Theft Auto 6 is announced, pre-sales are just whatever. Dan, you're the biggest gamer of all of us. So, so it's like you would have thought,
for no reason.
Yeah, you would have thought Rockstar burns up all their goodwill, but apparently not. So there are some things.
When you make two of the greatest franchises in video game history, it's hard to burn that bridge. But
that is, you've
still
got
the same thing though, right? You're waiting forever for it,
right? Yeah, you've got to actively try. But Rockstar has got that pedigree. Hey, whenever we do something, it's great, and DC's like.
Here's the problem though. For DC, you're talking about a movie. With it, and it's a tiny piece of the entire storyline for one of their main characters, right? When you're talking about these two games, and we're talking about GTA and Red Dead, Redemption, right? There's 1,000 games in one video game and 9 million narratives. So to compare them, I think is completely unrealistic. It's unfair. Compare them to Matt Reeves and his bullshit.
It's true. That is very true. That is very true. They just updated Red Dead Redemption this week, didn't they? And it's something they did something with Red Dead Redemption. And Dan, for I hear good things about the Halo campaign evolved redo. So, there's your little bit of video game news. All right. Let's talk some Marvel. We're going to be talking a lot more Marvel next week, obviously, but we do have a little bit of Marvel news this week. And, to steal from our good friend, Mr. O'Dowd, boy, howdy, did things get all fucked up here today. So the first news story that we were going to talk about was a casting decision that did not sit well with Mr. O'Dowd or probably 3 million other people when this first rumor came out. And the rumor was that Adam Driver had been cast as Magneto, which elicited a certain visceral reaction from much of the fan base.
I got Patrick's. Are you ready? Do you want that?
Yeah.
You want
it?
Please. Well, first he gave like the boo, old lady boo. And then he said, I really, really, really dislike that rumor. I don't need a moody little bitch Magneto. And I'll take him down with one of these. And it was a Joan Collins slap.
Joan Collins bitch slapping Linda Evans. Yes.
He's on the Joan Collins bitch slap lately, which is fine. I get it.
It really, she really brought something out of him, I think, as far as his remembering Joan Collins just slapping bitches down in Dynasty. So, hey, I'm all in favor of it. It was iconic. But Patrick's hopes that rumor were unfounded may be true. Now, you saw me in the Bandwagon Nerds chat. I said, hey, this article is coming from a source that we know notoriously is full of shit. So let's just, temper our expectations. But this did come across in some other aspects of things. And now the rumor is that Adam Driver has been cast as Mr. Sinister and not as Magneto. Which tells me that Adam Driver probably will not be part of the MCU at all. That's my best guess at this point.
John Krasinski, everybody. John Krasinski.
Well, and it's funny you say that, though, because remember when we were doing the Fantastic Four casting updates and you and I came up with the moratorium on Fantastic Four? No more. We weren't going to talk about Fantastic Four casting updates because it just got so fucking ridiculous. And this is starting to feel like that again. Like Adam Driver, I agree with Patrick completely. I do not want to see Adam Driver as Magneto. Magneto does not need to be moody, emo, my emotions are on my sleeve, fragile bullshit going on.
So they're going to replace him with Hayden Christensen?
Well, then they'd have wooden, stoic Magneto, and that wouldn't exactly. Now, I think Hayden's learned a lot since he was Anakin. I would. I mean, dude. Honestly, I would rather see Hayden get the role than Adam Driver because I think he's learned enough, and it would be a lot more interesting. But that doesn't mean that he should be him either. Yeah,
for Magneto. Or so, how do you guys feel if he's the other way? How do you feel if he's Mr. Sinister though?
Who, Hayden Christensen?
No, Adam Driver. That suits him more. I like them both. I like Adam Driver, right? So like, I'm glad Patrick's not here to yell at me today. And when he put in the chat, I was just like, I'm not even gonna touch this one. I like him. I liked him as why am I not being able to Kylo Ren? Yep, I got there. I had to look at my Lego helmets. I liked him as
over there. Yeah, that's
there he is. I liked him in some other movies that he's done. I think he was in Black Klansman, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's been in some good one. The guy can act if he's given the right role.
I thought he was amazing on Saturday Night Live. But neither here.
That's one of the best bits.
I'm not Kylo Ren. He just destroyed the microwave. I would enjoy him. I think he'd be better off though as someone who's a 100% bad guy like Mr. Sinister, as opposed to a guy like Magneto who kind of sways back and forth a little bit.
No, but I mean, if you look at what happened in X-Men 97, and I know we're taking a sabbatical from that till Pat gets back, but the last episode we reviewed where Magneto tries to be a hero.
You can go for it. I watched first season. I just haven't gotten into second season.
Sorry, Dan.
I don't care.
Go ahead. I'll give you the comeback when he's done.
Yeah. So no, I'm just saying that the whole aspect of where he was trying to be like the savior of Sabanur and trying to redeem Apocalypse, who was irredeemable, that sort of thing. So, so it is a more complex character, but I get what you're saying. The whole aspect of him being solely as a bad guy, like Mr. Sinister. And Mr. Sinister is a little bit more, got a little bit more eccentricity to him than I think Magneto does, and that may lend itself better to Adam Driver's style. When the rumor came out, it came out through Marvel updates, and we used to bitch at Ray all the time when he would put in the Marvel updates things and be like,
mine
wait a
wasn't
second.
Better though. Mine was Cosmic Marvel, I think, and I don't mean to shit on them, any of them. I know they're all trying to do their own thing. They're hear
the nerd dirt sheets,
right? I mean, unless I'm seeing it from like Patrick, I'll get a lot of shit from Gizmodo or IGN, or discussing film is pretty credible as well. So
yes.
I mean, didn't everybody like shit on Robert Pattinson for being Batman before he played Batman? If I remember correctly, or no?
The knee-jerk reaction was to do that because everybody equated him to Twilight.
Yeah,
right, and he nailed it. That was a great movie. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like you're saying, that was the knee-jerk reaction. You started looking at Robert Pattinson's actual filmography since Twilight. You realize, hey, this dude can really act, and he proved that in the Batman. And I mean, you don't want to sit there and say, well, just because of the way Kylo Ren was portrayed would necessarily translate into a performance as Magneto. I get the concerns, and at first blush, I'm like, yeah, he's not my first choice for Magneto. But then again, who's this Australian dude named Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine? Who the fuck is that? The rest is history. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm only half kidding when I say Adam Driver will probably not be in the MCU at all right now. I could see them saying, no, it's like John Krasinski. Well, we're going to give him a cameo somewhere in here as the worst rumored Mr. Fantastic in history. But
Ed Norton would be a good Magneto.
Norton, there you go.
Norton? No. So it would be that's not bad. I'd like that. I mean, no one's going to surpass Ian McKellen's performance as Magneto. You're going to have a very, very difficult hill to climb.
We can tell you the first four. We covered the first 4 episodes, right?
Yes.
Of X-Men 97 season 2, DP is excellent.
Oh yeah.
I had no doubts. First season was phenomenal. So I'm definitely looking forward to binging that one.
Binge it, yeah.
Binge it. Oh, you're gonna wait till it's all done.
I like to binge it. Yeah, unfortunately, so I wait.
Well, then you're not waiting around for the next. I can't wait to see what happens next.
That's why I'm 6 episodes into Spider Noir right now. So.
They got. Oh, good. We approved that too.
I know you guys.
Great show. Great
hoping
show.
for season 2. They did kind of screw us though. Like they gave you the first 3 episodes, and like the 3rd episode is a part 1 of 2. So I'm like, motherfucker, you could have the first 2 and then but whatever.
Well, I got to ask DP something. Are you watching it in color or black and white?
So we did flip back and forth for the first episode because we were like, well, let's see what it looks like, in both. And both the Dylan and I agreed black and white was the way to go. So we're watching it black and white.
My man, this is why we're best friends, DP. So we're besties.
Lonely.
Oh.
It's okay.
It's the loneliest. No, I didn't get a chance. I don't think I had a chance to tell this to DP because I knew he was waiting. But I watched the first 5 minutes in black and white, and I was like, "What does this look like in color?" And then I started watching it, and I was like, even they lived in color back then. They did.
I don't.
Yes,
that doesn't sound right based on history I know about. I mean, look at newspapers for God's sakes. They were all. I think you couldn't.
What's black and white? Red all over. A dead nun rolling down a hill. Let's keep it moving. Here we go.
Yes.
Like
so Adam Driver rumors notwithstanding, we'll see what happens with that. Other bit of news, and Avengers Doomsday is going to be very much in the news this next week. All expectations are that we are finally getting the first trailer at Comic-Con Hall H next Sunday, I think, or something like that.
Check right here.
But we got a very interesting rumor about Avengers Doomsday and its runtime. 2 hours and 45 minutes for Avengers Doomsday. By comparison, the Odyssey, which I might be going to see tonight as negotiations are going on my phone without me, which I'm like, that's cool. I was the one who suggested, hey, it premieres tonight. You guys want to go crickets for like 3 hours? And I get on here with you guys, and now there's all this activity. I'm like, you guys figure that shit out for yourself. But anyway, Odyssey's 2 hours and 52 minutes.
Yeah, Mrs. Attitude.
Yeah, Mrs. Attitude. You figure this shit out. She's leaving me voicemails. Check your text. I'm looking at my text.
Saturday, July 25th, 5:30, Hall H is the Marvel.
So we will get, all indications are the trailer for Doomsday will premiere there 2 days before Brand New Day comes out or something like that. But 2 hours and 45 minutes runtime for Doomsday. That's a long movie, a big movie. Tony's shaking his head like he does. Are you shaking your head because it's too long, or you don't believe the rumor?
Oh, I believe it. Like, can we get an intermission then? Can I watch the first 2 hours? No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I've been talking about this for a while. This is fucking stupid. I am tired of this shit. I'm tired of fucking turning something on that I've liked from a preview or something, and every epic fucking movie, every director has to have their 2.5+ hour fucking cut. I haven't watched fucking what's the one with Rocky in the space with the fucking, you guys just saw it, and
Rocky and Bullard?
The guy from Barbie is in it.
Oh, Oppenheimer? No.
Project Hail Mary?
Project Hail Mary.
Yes, there's an alien named Rocky in Oppenheimer. No, but
wow.
I went to turn on Project.
That's the extended cut.
But Project Hail Mary, I go to turn it on and it's like 2 hours and 35. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours. It's too long to sit in a theater all at once. Like, I literally, when I get ready to go see this movie, I have to stop drinking a water an hour before. And so, because otherwise I don't want to get up. I'm paying to go see this. I'm not going to leave. I can't eat anything. I have to sit there for 2 hours and 45 minutes, right?
You can't ask them to pause it.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. If you're going to have a movie that's longer than 2 hours and 15 minutes, give me a 10-minute intermission. And then, you know what? Call me when the movie theaters complain. Oh, they won't. They'll be happy about it.
Give you a chance to go get another snack and everything.
He's like, if I want to watch something for 6 hours, I'll watch an AEW pay-per-view. God damn it! 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 13 seconds for our first wrestling reference.
No, I mentioned Shark Boy.
Okay, that's true. Jungle Boy, Shark Boy. It's all relative. Dan, what do you think of the runtime here? I mean, for a movie of this magnitude, it makes sense, especially if you're going to be part what is Doomsday, Secret Wars, that sort of thing. But I get what Tony's saying. It's very long.
I'm on board with the break. I'm on board with an intermission. They used to do it way back in the day.
We're gonna have to bring a bottle.
Yeah,
I'm not using a bottle.
Nobody's using the bottle. Oh, I don't even know why we have a bottle.
Tony's like, just wear some Depends and call it good.
It's a Simpsons reference. I'll be quiet.
For me, I mean, that's right in line with all the Avengers movies. I mean, those were 2.5 to 3 hours. Whatever, Endgame was over 3 hours long, I think. But
and let's not forget, we got Endgame coming back out. That's probably going to be fucking 3 hours as well.
Doesn't need to be. I'm not going to go see it again in the theaters. I already saw it in the theaters.
Well, they're supposed to add some stuff to
it. We're live, pal.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely.
I have
absolutely
happy
fine
that you do.
10% of the Greenland movement, baby.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with the length of time for the movie and all that, but yeah, I'm definitely on board with it needs a pause or something in there. Like, so yeah, watching it at home way better for something like that, because it's a long fucking time to be sitting there when you're snacking on popcorn and drinking something. You got to take a fucking piss. So give me a break time, because I don't want to get up and miss anything either, for sure. So
they could at least like give you a catheter with each admission.
That was what the bottle was for.
Okay.
Give me the yeah. Maybe they put toilets at the end of each row. She can go sit on. But I'm on board with the time length, because this is going to be an epic. It's in the same vein of the Avengers movies and all of them. There's a lot of story to tell. So I'm in for that.
And
at what point do you just watch the movie?
Yes, one of those ones where you can see out but you can't see in.
It's a super deluxe lounger. If you get up and flip the top, you can take a shit.
Yeah, you can flush.
Wow.
It's gonna recline and flush. Make sure you press the right button.
Yeah, there you go. But Dune 3 is going to be just as long as Avengers Doomsday. I mean, that's going to be 3 hours as well. So, I mean, we haven't had a movie come in at less than 2 hours since the Marvels or some shit like that. So, none of this length of the movie does not surprise me. Like you're saying, DP, it's going to be an epic. It's going to be every bit what Endgame was. Now, whether it's as good a movie as Endgame, I don't know, but
find that out.
They are at least giving themselves enough time to tell the story that they want, and there's a lot of story to tell. How does Dr. Doom look exactly like Tony Stark? Where did Chris Evans? How does he come back as Captain America? What the hell is going on? So I don't have a problem with that. I get what you guys are saying about the length. If you got to get up and take a piss, you got to get up and take a piss. Just hope that nothing major happens while you're gone, right?
Should they have no, just keep going. Never mind. Should they have a passcode you could put in at the urinal and it brings up the movie you're watching? Like you scan your ticket and there's a screen in front of you, so while you're peeing you can watch it.
Why not?
Or they should just have restrooms assigned to the movie, right? So you go to this restroom and the movie's still playing up there.
Or
the glasses.
Or you could have a 10-minute intermission where the movie theater makes more money. Holy shit.
Or you could get a better bladder.
It's more milk.
Not even worry about this. Yeah, more milk duds. All right. Moving into the tail end of this episode, like Tony said, this would be a little bit shorter, but not by a lot. We do have San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah.
I blame Dave. No, wait a minute. I blame Patrick.
Blame Patrick. That's right. It is Patrick's fault. Yeah.
You can deal with his wrath when he gets back, and I'm not on the episode.
He's just going to be just furious by that. He's going to get off this, get back home. Listen to 4 hours of Bandwagon Nerds.
I hear him already. In 2 weeks, he's going to come on. He goes, I used to like that DPP.
Yeah. He used to be an original gangster, but now he's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, San Diego Comic-Con, we've mentioned it a couple times. It is happening next week. Patrick does love his Gizmodo articles, and they did a really good one this week. Kind of like a Comic-Con previews, the 15 panels that they are looking forward to the most. And I shared that article with you. And DP, since you're already on a roll here, I want to go to you first on this. Out of what panels are you looking? I mean, all right, let's all of us agree unanimously on one thing, so we don't have to spend a lot of time discussing it. We're all looking obviously forward to the Marvel panel, probably more than any of the other ones, because of the fact that we're going to get to see the Doomsday trailer, unless they pull the ultimate swerve on us and create a riot in San Diego by not showing the Doomsday trailer.
I don't
So
think they can do that.
I think all three of us are in agreement. That is the panel we are looking forward to the most out of all these. And we also get to see, I mean, it's not just Doomsday, but is Marvel going to reveal anything about Secret Wars and what's happening there? Are they going to reveal anything about the X-Men, the mutant saga that's going to happen after Secret Wars? Are they going to talk casting about Magneto or anything like that? But beyond that, DP, what are you looking forward to most out of San Diego Comic-Con that is in this article, or maybe anything else that you've heard?
There was two that caught my eye besides the Marvel ones, as X-Men related as well, though, because they did mention Wolverine
The game, yeah.
on its own of the video game, and that looks like it's. I'm obviously have seen trailers for it, being the video game guy that I am, and everything. Some gameplay as well, and that looks like it could be really, really fun game. So I'm certainly looking forward to if they have more details on that and when it might be coming out.
Could
and
be
everything.
like the Spider-Man games came out really good. This has that feel
Yeah.
to it, you know.
This is that same exact feel, but playing Spider-Man games. So I'm super interested to see how that one comes out and if we hear more about it. So that one was huge for me. The Apple TV one as well, because they did mention the name Silo for season 3. And I thought season 1 and 2 for that show was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to where they go with season 3, and if we hear some release dates or some information to that one, I am all in for that as well. So those are the two big ones. I know they mentioned Spaceballs as well. We talked about that a little earlier. So if we get more details on that too, or maybe more of the story that they're going to tell in the movie or anything, would be cool. But still, I don't know if they could really tell me more that would make me want to see it any more than I already want to see it. So
Yeah. I love how Gizmodo put that number 1 ahead of the Marvel one, even though everybody's looking forward to the Marvel. But it's like that was a nice touch to put Spaceballs as the most anticipated. I'm like, I'm cool with that. Tony, how about you, man? What else, other than Marvel, what else did you see that has you interested from these panels?
I mean, obviously, we're all excited for Spaceballs. I think inside a little bit more insight into the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. I know George was there last year. He hasn't scheduled this year, but you do got Seth Green and who's the other guy? Jim Lee, I think, is also the one that runs that. And then for me, a lot of it, I'm not like a lot of this kind of behind the director thing and all these other stuff, not so familiar, but the Lanterns panel. I want to see some more direction on because we've talked about like how to bolster the new DCU is to make sure the Lanterns are prevalent and powerful, and not just one of them is likable, but we got to cast the Lanterns that we can fall back on, and because then that gives us a little bit more galactic depth with Superman, as opposed to if we're going to start incorporating Batman at some point in our street level stuff. So I think that's really important for DC as we sit here and hope that DC's going to get it right here. It's the same old story, unfortunately. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen the movie yet, but we'll see what happens, especially with the delay here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then I seen there's a Star Trek panel as well. So
Yeah, I mean, look, I will still die on the hill that Supergirl is a very good movie, and whatever went wrong at the box office is whatever went wrong. But
I'm sure I'll like it.
That it was, yeah. For me, I think like the stuff I'm looking forward to the most is that, other than Marvel and like you mentioned Lanterns, Tony, DP, you mentioned Apple TV. Some news on Severance season 3 would be welcome at this point in time to see where we are on that.
Tune into the panel on Apple Apple TV if he can. That's his favorite streaming service.
Yeah, he absolutely will be tuning in on that. Aliens 40th anniversary. That looks like something that'll be fun. Sigourney Weaver and Ridley Scott. I don't think they'll be there, but some of the other people who are going to be there. But anything involving one of the greatest sequels of all time, I'm all in on that. And then I think Amazon's back as well, and they're going to be talking about the Blade Runner series, which is interesting. But we'll get some news about Rings of Power, which is coming back, I believe, later on this year. So getting some more information on that will be cool. But yeah, I think like you guys had mentioned, there's a lot of really strong panels at Comic-Con. Obviously, trailers and news aplenty will be starting up next week. We will be covering that next week on our usual time slot for Bandwagon Nerds, because God knows we're going to need all the time we can get to review that.
We have a special guest scheduled for next week. It's a surprise, though, so we can't announce it yet, Dave.
We can't announce it yet. Oh, okay. I got you. I see what you're saying.
It's not Dan.
I know it's not Dan. I know who it is.
I know you know, but we can't say it because we can't. It's got to be a surprise.
We have to prove that we can actually keep secrets. Okay, I'm with you.
It's got to be a surprise. I think it's
a
surprise. We'll talk about it off the air.
Right, and I mean, another thing happening. Isn't Brand New Day coming out next weekend?
No, so SummerSlam weekend.
Is it SummerSlam weekend?
Not next weekend. The weekend after, yeah.
I thought it was next weekend. That was like the 27th or so.
Well, that would be a Wednesday.
Dan's looking it up right now. So
I promise you guys, because Dan and I and the Dillinator and likely my mom are going the morning of night one of SummerSlam.
July 30th.
Is it July 30th?
July 30th is the release date. So that's Thursday.
Yeah.
So that is SummerSlam weekend. You're right. Okay. Well, Patrick will hopefully be back for that one.
In 3D.
Knowing is half the battle.
I've been dying to play that. I couldn't fit it in anywhere today.
Excellently done,
That's what she
sir. Dying to fit it in. 6 inches a digger.
It was like on the way, and I stopped. It would have been a whole thing here.
Almost the size of Greenland.
You would have screwed yourself, because I would have had to get a new laptop, and you would have had to set that shit up for me again.
That's right. It's almost the size of Glacial Shift of Greenland. All right. We did have some we had some somber news this week, and this is the last thing we're going to talk about before we cut out of here. We lost Sam Neill this week. One of a lot of our favorite actors, the star of Jurassic Park and many other, I don't know, guys. I guess he gets to see Montana now, finally. So, too bad. I mean, he was a great actor. I think he's synonymous with Jurassic Park, and just the awesome reaction he had to seeing the 3D dinosaurs and the part that he played in that. I mentioned like he's been in some horror movies. I remember him playing Damien Thorne in Omen 3, The Final Conflict, which isn't that great of a movie, but his portrayal as the fully fledged grown-up Antichrist who was no longer questioning whether he was the most evil thing in the world, but actively embracing it, was really cool. And just he did so many good things and just a great actor. He will be sorely missed. But Tony, I'll go to you first, man. Your thoughts on Sam Neill. I know you're looking up some of the filmography, and I didn't mean to the ones that stand out for me, Jurassic Park, Hunt for Red October. There's a bunch of other ones as well. But go ahead, man.
He was in the acclaimed series Tudors. He was in Thor Ragnarok.
Was he?
Yeah, the Horse Whisperer. He's going to be in Godzilla X Kong in 2027. The Hunt for Red October, The Piano, Bicentennial Man. But yeah, he's in Peaky Blinders as well.
That was the other one I remember him from. Peaky Blinders, playing the inspector, was really good.
You can close your eyes and picture him from Jurassic Park. Blue shirt, red bandana around neck, dirty blonde hair, and just that grizzled look, just looking over the horizon in the landscape for the first time of them seeing what Jurassic Park truly was. It's the cat. We talk about the casting all the time, right? It's so important. And the casting for Jurassic Park was brilliant, and he was a part of that and part of a whole bunch of other things. So yeah, melancholy, happy trails there.
Yeah, and the other part about Jurassic Park too is I just heard the other day before I saw that he passed was it scripted or not, but him climbing the fence and faking that he got shocked supposedly was ad-libbed is what I heard. And I'm like, if that's true, that's another just brilliant choice to be made by him on the fly and trying to scare the kids and faking it. that's pretty cool. I love hearing some of those stories. And if that's true, that's great work by him. And yeah, he's been in just freaking everything when you look up his list, like just all over the place. And even other, known for Jurassic Park. But yeah, I also loved him in Peaky Blinders, and he's just been so damn much. It's crazy.
78 years old. That's a pretty good run. That's not bad. I mean, anything over 75, I say that's a damn good run. And happy trails, Sam. We will catch you in Montana. That's all I can say. But before we cut out of here this week, guys, our last segment that we always do. What you watching, Dan? I know you're not watching X-Men 97 yet, but what you been watching, man? Other than abstaining from that.
Well, did mention a little earlier that we've been cranking through Spider Noir. We got 2 episodes left to get through that, but that's been fantastic. And we're catching up on all our Marvel stuff basically at this point to get ready for Spider-Man and everything, because we just got through not that they're necessarily connected, but just got through Wonder Man. But Daredevil for sure, I know is kind of part of the whole universe there. So we just got through the last season of Daredevil there to catch up. But
did you see the Punisher special yet?
And we watched the Punisher special right after that too. So loaded up on all our updated knowledge on the storylines of Marvel. But I did want to also mention what I'm playing, because I am the winner is you video game guy.
Are you playing Tour de France 26?
All's out. All's out.
I'm not even playing that yet.
I'm not playing that one, nor probably will I, but I am playing retro style stuff here. If you haven't seen, there's a game called Agent 64 Spies Never Die that is coming out next month, and I just played the demo for it. It is a knockoff of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark from the N64 era, and it is a damn spot on replica of those games, but its own story, and it's absolutely fantastic. I've honestly been waiting about 5 years for this damn game. It's been out there for that long, and it's finally got a release date, and it looks really good. So people who are fans of GoldenEye, this looks like it's going to be a must-play game, to be honest with you. So keep an eye out for that one coming out August 11th for the gaming nerds out there.
I'll give a PSA to people out there right now. If you are on PlayStation, if you want to pick up FC26, it's like $15 right now. They've got it 80% off. Now, obviously that's related to the World Cup, but for the soccer fans out there, yeah, I think I'm still messing around with last year's version, but I saw that come across in the PS yesterday. $15 for FC26. That you're not going to beat that price.
It's already been a free game on your monthly games if you're a PS Plus subscriber, so that hasn't been going for a while.
Why you got to ruin it like that? Why I'm trying to
when you had the chance to get it for free.
Well, I am a member of PS. Unlike Microsoft's Game Pass, PS Plus is actually worth your time. So
very much,
and they give you discounts.
Yeah, especially if you're going to play online with other people too. You need to have it anyway.
No, but I mean, like if you've got both of them, if you got PlayStation and Xbox like I do, you can comparison shop and usually get a good deal on something through one or the other. It's like, okay, it's better over here on Microsoft than it is on PlayStation. Tony, what else have you been watching or playing for that matter?
I've been watching and playing the same shit. I got nothing much to add in this segment today. I was hoping you were going to go to me first and I was going to secede my time to Dan so he could do both things, but he already did it. So my time has passed, but I'll be here next week to kick some more ass.
That's good. That's excellent. I don't even know what the fuck I've been watching this week. I'm like, what have I been watching? So I don't know. I've been playing some NBA 2K and a little bit of MLB, the show and that sort of thing. But, beyond that,
NHL 27 trailer as we record or live just dropped. So
didn't they put Macklin? They put
Celebrini on the cover. Yep, they got a new announce team. Pete Butchergross is on color commentary now, and they got rid of Michelle Pounder last year. So a new team. It'd be interesting to see what they've changed and gameplay wise, because that's always the killer. So
I haven't bought a new NHL game in a few years. I need to, but I've still been frustrated.
94.
It's about the last
Well,
time
I mean,
it was good. If anybody,
it's been all downhill since
anybody's opinion.
'94. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna make Wayne Gretzky's head bleed for Superfan number 99 over here.
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Look at his legs. Look at little Wayne's legs.
Is he clean?
Now,
He's clean up then.
Now the NHL games are always pretty good, but like I've been hung up on I think 23 is the last one I got because they did something that really does not fit my game style, but no one cares about that. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of this special episode of Bandwagon Nerds this week. We got it done. Talked about a lot of good stuff. DPP, thank you so much for coming back on. It is always an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to have you on Bandwagon Nerds or anything that Tunney and I do. You know, I feel like we should be dragging you into more things, but I know you're a busy man and you turn your phone off. You're a busy man and you turn your phone off, which is probably smarter than Tunney and I are. But where can people check you out on social media if they want to interact with the scientist extraordinaire, not the Satanist, the scientist extraordinaire?
You can fix that.
My do not disturb on my personal phone just works just as well as the do not disturb on my work phone. You can find me all over the worldwide social media interwebs at It's Me DPP. And you can also listen to me on the DWI podcast and follow that one at Podcast DWI on X and Facebook.com/DWI podcast.
Tremendous. Tunney, I mean, it's right there on the screen at PC Tunney, thechairshot.com, all that sort of stuff. I'm not even
WrestlingNews.com, at Chairshot Media, Attitude of Aggression, YouTube channel.
Let me give that up here since you've got Lawyer Me. Okay.
Here, you keep talking, I'll do it. Go ahead.
Okay. As for me, there you go. You can go to attitudeofaggression.com. The episodes of the podcast, the Big Five Project are there. You can watch or listen to Unidentified History. As Tony said, the Roswell episode is probably my best work so far. That's an excellent one. And Game Gone Wrong, of course, we are going through House of the Dragon Season 3, which is just phenomenal in all aspects and angles. That's one you should be watching, DP, if you're not yet. You get on the bandwagon there. See what I did there? Get on the bandwagon.
I don't think he's watched any Game of Thrones.
I have not. I'd have to watch from the beginning, which doesn't sound like it'd be a bad thing, but
technically you could watch from the beginning. You would start with House of the Dragon, then you would go on to Night of the Seven.
Was this a Star Wars thing?
Ooh.
Well, technically, yeah, because Game of Thrones.
That's
Game of Thrones is 200 years after House of the Dragon, and in between it is Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is like 100 years in between each. So, and everybody's dying for what comes after Game of Thrones with Arya when she goes, what's west of Westeros and what happens in the north. And the prequel, everybody also wants Old Valyria.
And
so how does The Witcher fall into that?
It's 30. It's 33.33% the size of the glacial shift of Greenland. That's where The Witcher falls into all this.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, jerk.
What'd you expect?
That's not my Hemsworth.
Smells like Digger's dick. Oh, anyway, all right. So that's gonna do it for this week on Bandwagon Nerd. 10% of Digger's dick works every time. There you go. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. Good times. We got a big week next week with San Diego Comic-Con. But until then, guys, get yourself out of the basement, get some sun, get ready for San Diego Comic-Con, preview some of these panels, map out your plan of attack, and we will see you next week for more Bandwagon Nerds. Take care, everyone.